So in the land of Hollywood, one actor is standing up to the diversity and equity. Actor Mads Mikkelsen is standing up to the woke mob, and it's great. The Promised Land actor Mads Mikkelsen mocks woke journalists who question the Danish historical drama's lack of diversity. I'll let that sink in for just a second. That's right, the racists are trying to rewrite history and revise it all to make sure it was diverse, and Mads Mikkelsen says, fuck off. But guys, before we get into the article, I'm going to do my normal grift thing. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this out, and of course at the end I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Alright, now that my grifting's done, let's get into it. During a recent press appearance and promotion for his During a press release appearance and promotion of his upcoming starring role in The Promised Land, actor Mads Mikkelsen mocked a journalist's attempts to gotcha him, and director Nicolas Arcel, I don't know how to say that, with a disingenuous question about the film's lack of diversity. Oh, these fucking weirdo journalists. They're all equally shit. The exchange between the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny actor and the currently unidentified reporter took place amidst a press conference in the 18th century Danish historical drama held at the recent Venice International Film Festival. You know what the worst part about it is? This journalist probably believes all the propaganda that the entire planet was diverse and that it's never been different in the entire human history. Pressed by the reporter, this is a cast and Danish production which is entirely Nordic. Therefore, it has some lack of diversity, you would say. A laughing Mikkelsen replied, "What?" and asked him from the get-go. How long is this video?
This is a cast and Danish production, which is entirely Nordic. It therefore has some lack of diversity, you would say, as also new rules are implied in Hollywood.
What are you on to?
Sorry.
Exactly. Like, what? It's a lack of diverse. What?
But
From the get-go.
From the get-go, there is set some rules of diversity in across the Atlantic for competing in the best picture, the equivalent to the.
And there it is right there. There's a requirement to be diverse to get awards for movies. That's right. You can't be historically accurate. You can't be accurate to anything unless it's diverse. This is the woke mafia. Only they're too weak to break windows. Some rules of diversity across the Atlantic for competing in the Academy Awards Best Picture, the reporter then explained. The equivalent to this competition, as I see, you don't live up to these standards with this broadcast. Why are there standards at all? I just want a good movie. And I'm curious, not just because of the artistic reasons, because of the lack of diversity that this can't compete in that competition. Are you worried about that? Dismissing the premise of the reporter's question, Mikkelsen fired back, "Are you? I'm serious and honest because you're putting us on the spot, so you answer the question." The journalist then now went on to mention Parasite, noting that the South Korean film didn't meet the Academy's new diversity quotas, but still ended up winning several awards in 2020, including Best Director, Best International Feature, and Best Picture. In comparison, Parasite, I would think, is a great movie, said the reporter. Coming from South Korea had the same level of diversity, but coming from South Korea, this was actually still eligible for the competition. You as a Danish movie with an all Nordic cast is not. And that's what I think is a little bit conundrum. Yeah, the broken English. At least he's trying. He gets a D- for trying. I'm not giving him a gold star. Actually, I should deduct points for him being a journalist. You get an F, you fail. All right, so here he goes. Okay, well, first of all, the film takes place in Denmark in the 1750s. We do have a big plot line, about a girl of color who's being subjected to racism, which was very rare to see any people of color in Denmark. Almost nobody. She was probably at the time the only one in the entire country of Denmark. I think it would be a little weird, it's just historical. It's how it was in the 1750s. It doesn't matter to these weirdos. You have to make them a black, self-identifying female, furry, whatever the fuck they call themselves. People are weird. You need to bring back public shaming. Issuing a joint statement in September of 2020, Academy President David Rubin and Academy CEO Dawn Hudson, of course there's a woman involved, announced that going forward, films would need to meet certain diversity standards in order to be eligible for the Best Picture nomination. I mean, if we're going to be real about it, all they do is pay to win those awards. It's who can pay the most. The aperture must widen to reflect our diverse goal population in both the creation of motion pictures and in the audience who connect with them. Yeah, I don't connect with diversity. I connect with a good story. Fuck your diversity. The Academy is committed to playing a vital role in helping make this a reality. So you're admitting it's not reality. We believe these inclusion standards will be the catalyst for long-lasting essential change in our industry. I mean, honestly, since they put these standards in, they've completely flopped in the movie sector, and they're losing tens of millions, if not billions of dollars. Good job. You played yourself. These ridiculous diversity quotas now require film to include at least one of the lead actors or significant supporting actors is from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group, and achieve the appropriate levels of on-screen representation, themes, and narratives in order to be eligible for the Academy's highest honor. Yep, no. At this point, if I haven't seen a movie and I hear it's up for the Academy Award, I'm not gonna see it. It's not gonna happen. But I mean, that's probably why we're seeing all these promo materials about we have women, we have black people, we have Asians, we're inclusive. And that's probably why they're failing, because people don't give a shit about that. Per the new guidelines, the underrepresented racial or ethnic groups, including Asian, Hispanic, Latinx, Black, African American, Indigenous, Native Americans, Alaskan Native, Middle Eastern, North African, Native Hawaiian, and other Pacificer, or other Pacific Islander, as well as any other underrepresented race or ethnicity. I had a hard time just saying all that. What the fuck? Further, filmmakers will also need to take into consideration the separate diversity requirements for the members of the alphabet community, women, and even people with cognitive or physical disabilities who are deaf or hard of hearing. I bet some dwarves have some issues with Disney about the requirements now. I wonder if Snow White's up for the award. I wonder if Disney's going to pay for that. God, fuck Disney. Oh yeah, so here's the tweet. Change starts now. We've announced new representation and inclusion standards for Best Picture eligibility, beginning with the 96 Oscars. Wasn't the Oscars ratings at an all-time low? Yeah. The worst they've been in the last 23 years. Like, not even doing half of what they used to do. So with that being the end of the article, I think Mads Mikkelsen is probably my favorite actor now. I mean, just the way he laughed at the journalist for being a fucking retard. And YouTube censors, I don't mean a literal retard. I mean a colloquial metaphor retard. So don't ban my shit, you retards. But I mean, all this plays into why nobody's watching movies anymore. Why nobody's going out and buying the movies. Why nobody's subscribing to all these streaming channels. Why they can't make money and all the actors are complaining that they're not making money. While all the writers are complaining about the $300 royalty checks. It's because you gave us shit. Fortunately, Mads Mikkelsen gets this. I mean, he's taking his paycheck guaranteed, but he's not out there being like, I need more money for my shit role. He's just laughing at it. He's literally just taking the paycheck and laughing at them in the background. But, maybe I've missed something. Maybe he is a woke moron. But as far as I can see from this article, he's kind of like, no, these people are weird. So, at least a temporary hats off to Mads. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. While you're there, again, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And of course, the algorithm hates channels that talk about this kind of stuff when you go against the narrative. So sharing this video out would actually help me. So if you don't mind. But until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.